Hello, everybody. Welcome along once again to an EFL Championship watch along. It is the big South Wales derby this Saturday lunchtime, Cardiff versus Swansea. No goals last night in Burnley versus Sunderland, but a hell of a lot of drama. If you've got reflections on that one, let me know in the comments. We were across it, and the mighty intriguing ending there. 2 penalties, both taken by Wilson Isidore, both saved by James Trafford. That affects the top of the table. We're not quite fixed on the top of the table here this Saturday lunchtime. It's all about bragging rights in terms of South Wales, but Cardiff just teetering on the edges of the relegation zone. They could do with a win to pull away. They are 4 undefeated. Swansea could end the weekend in the top 10. They'd need to win and they'd need a few results to go for them. But can they spend the second half, the final 20 games of this season, building towards top half, top 10, top 8, and then we know you're only ever spitting distance from the playoffs if you can do that. Let me know if you are here live and in person. Cal, up the effing Swans. There we go. Jack Army, Jack Army, Jack Army. Some Dennis Law stats, plenty of tributes to Dennis Law last night. Liam, welcome to you as well. All set for the Wayne Routledge derby. Can't be too many that have played for both, considering the big rivalry between these two sides. Help us out if you're in the stream. Early doors here. We appreciate the hell out of you. What would be really lovely is if you could hit the like button to get things moving on this stream. You've got 11 seconds to do it. Let's go for the first like spike of Saturday afternoon. Brilliant stuff. We're so happy to be back here doing the watch-alongs. Apologies, it was a couple of weeks, put it that way, since the back end of December to the first one last night. I've explained it all. I've not been well. Daughter not been sleeping, so I've not been sleeping. But we're hopefully back in the game now. And we're going to try and give it a really big push this weekend to get things going again. And the plan is we will be here tomorrow for terrestrial TV and Leeds versus Sheffield Wednesday as well. It's going to be a triple header of watch-alongs here on the channel. We couldn't do it without you guys. We thank you all for the comments and for all of the likes and all of the donations and all of that good stuff. Keep it moving in the chat. And we're going to have a great time watching Cardiff versus Swansea. Remember, Championship early Saturdays, there are 3 games going on. Shall we have a little look at what is occurring in the Championship? Welcome, Dave. There you go. There's a bit of a spoiler alert. We've got QPR playing early. Let's dive into the fixtures and have ourselves a little look at what's going down. So Cardiff Swansea is our game here. We've got Millwall versus Hull City, kind of a very new versus just a new manager there. Ruben Sellers, the kind of new manager, and Alex Neil, the very new manager. Plymouth versus QPR gives us another very new manager. So new, it's his first game. Miron Mutlik of Plymouth. Can he do what many Plymouth managers have done and leveraged home park and the geography getting down there? It's a hard place to go traditionally, and Plymouth need to build on that if they're going to get out of relegation trouble. Those are your earlies for a Saturday. In the 3 p.m s, you've got Coventry, Bristol City, Derby versus Watford, Luton versus Preston. It's Oxford versus Blackburn, Pompey versus Borough, Sheffield United versus Norwich. Remember, right up at the top of the table, obviously, we had 2 of the top teams, second and fourth, going into last night, already played. And remember, Leeds play on Sunday. So it is open for Sheffield United. know that two of their rivals have dropped points yesterday, and they know that the league leaders play tomorrow. So it's all completely open for Sheffield United to go out, get a win today, and put the pressure on the others up at the top of the table in the title race. And yeah, let's just round this out. Oh, sorry, West Brom and Stoke fans. I've missed you out. Look at that. Down the bottom there. Should have scrolled up. My bad. West Brom face Stoke, and Tony Mowbray is another new manager. It's been crazy in the managerial merry-go-round. And there's your game, midday tomorrow. The plan is we're going to be here for that. Leeds versus Sheffield Wednesday, when we will know exactly what has gone on in terms of the top of the table and what is it going to take for Leeds to be at the summit. Well, we kind of knew going in, and you do that when you've got a nice lead, that if you can get a win, you're going to stay top. I'll beg your pardon, Rodney. No, he's right. He did that's correct, isn't it? Sorry, Rodney. Yeah, that's correct. Muslic did manage the midweek game. Yeah, a couple of rearranged fixtures. He was in situ watching Brentford, Plymouth in the FA Cup. So there you go. There's the state of play at the top of the table. It's all open, as I say, for Sheffield United. If Sheffield United win, they would go, not only would they go top, they would go 2 points clear as well. They could be 4 points clear of Sunderland, couldn't they, as well? So big chance with a home game for Sheffield United. They face Norwich City today. Although if you look at Norwich's recent form, they're 10 points in 4. It is not a done deal that Sheffield United have been going to be going top. Ian, welcome. On my way to the Clive Mendonca derby. Well, how about that? Millers versus Addicts. I still maintain greatest performance in a playoff final ever. You tell me. Name me a better one than Clive Mendonca in, what year was that? 98? Was it 97, 98? Just not only to score a hat-trick, but how good that Sunderland team were and the type of goals that he scored as well. I think that's the best playoff final performance ever. Clive Mendonca in 1998. Ewan, I think there'll be a Sheffield derby in the playoffs. I think you'll get big odds on that. Go and get involved with our friends over at SBK on that one, because that's a great shout, isn't it? Right. I think we've done all our championship prep for this game. Should we just have a look where it stands for Cardiff? You can see they're playing at home today, and they're 4 unbeaten. I know there's 3 draws in there, but you know what it's like down at the bottom. 3 points makes a hell of a difference, doesn't it? And they could jump all the way up to 18th, put pressure on. We know things move slowly down there. And I mean, that'd be a hell of a run. Wouldn't it be 9 points in 5 games, which, you know, obviously really turns the screw down at the bottom of the table. As we mentioned for Swansea, I mean, there's no big manoeuvring they can do today, looking at how crowded it is. And it would have to go for them big style. They have to win by, well, they need to make up 3 goal difference in either them getting +2 and Bristol City getting -1 in a defeat to go above them. But so look, they could be in the top 9, let alone the top 10. They're just going to want to get the bragging rights and get the win as well today. Scott, Ryan Giles back to Borough. Here we go, getting the band back. Ryan Giles was really good for Middlesbrough, wasn't he? Down that left-hand side under Michael Carrick. He was one of the cheat codes, basically, wasn't he? One of the standout players with Akpom, Archer and Ramsey in that brilliant run to the playoffs. Anthony, wishing you all a great well, and to you too, Anthony, very much so. That 4-4 is probably the greatest playoff final ever. Yeah, it was. And the narrative as well, because that Sunderland side was so unlucky not to go up, weren't they? Charlton deserved it. It's one of those classics where the third best side at the end of the season came up against a team in red hot form. I think going into the playoff final, I think Charlton had possibly won 8 in a row, 9 in a row, and they hadn't conceded a goal in all of those games either. So, yeah, just lightning in a bottle for Charlton and lightning in a bottle for Clive Mendonca. I maintain the greatest individual playoff final performance I think we have ever seen. But I'm open to ideas. if you do think there's a better one, afternoon to you, Paul, in the chat as well, representing the members. Just before we get into the teams, let me just give a little plug as well. If you do want to join up, you can do. I mean, the easiest way to support the channel here is just to interact during the stream, excuse me. By that, I mean hit like, get the chat moving, and all of that good stuff. You can donate. We had a few lovely donations last night via Super Chat as well. And of course, you can sign up on YouTube. We're trying to streamline this now. We're trying to push people towards YouTube rather than Patreon, I must say, where you can get your early access to YouTube pre-recorded videos. We've got the WhatsApp group going, and we've got the roundtable chats going as well. So they're all perks that you can get by signing up. And we appreciate everybody here too. Man, Duncan was a Sunderland fan indeed. Dembele, Morrison and Cook back in light training for QPR, and they are in fine form, QPR, for the recent past. Nat, welcome to you, fella, in the chat. Chris as well, representing channel members. Great stuff down there in the chat too. Shall we have a look at the team news? And you can tell me who's going to be, tell me before it happens, who's going to be the key player in this game? Who's going to be the match winner between Cardiff and Swansea? And as we see the great Luke Chambers, who we had he's on Sky here doing some analysis here of Swansea. We had the great honour of him being our guest at the Blue Monday live show we did last season. A fountain of knowledge when it comes to not just Ipswich, but the Championship as well. What a run he had. I think 400 or 500 games. Only Albert Adoma maybe has got more Championship appearances. Anyway, enough of my plugging for Luke Chambers. I must just quickly plug somebody else I know. Sam Parkin is covering this game here for Talk Sport. So I will not blame you if you have the radio on in the background and you have the stream on here. Support Sam and his commentary over on Talk Sport for this one. Anyway, I've said enough. Let's get to the lineups. Right, here we go for your teams for this South Wales derby. And it is Anik in goal for Cardiff City. Fullbacks, well, they're not really fullbacks, are they? Callum O'Dowda is a winger converted. Andy Rinomhota is not going to play fullback. Assume that will actually be Callum Chambers. Footmob's projection there is struggling just a little bit, isn't it? Centre backs, Jesper Dalland and Dimitrios Goutas. And we've already said it'll be Callum Chambers not playing in central midfield, you wouldn't have thought, where you will find Andy Rinomhota and Joe Rules. Plenty of experience, plenty of strength in that Cardiff backline. Lots of Championship games. How's the pizzazz, though? Ollie Tanner, Alex Robertson, and Kian Ashford. Ashford, bit of a breakout season, would you agree, for him? I'm sure you probably would. And Callum Robinson, who's really carrying the weight up at the top of the pitch there. How many goals has he got? 8 goals in 14 starts. It's also, when you consider it's a team that's struggling, that's an excellent return for Callum Robinson of Cardiff City. Tom. Oh, okay, maybe. I think Rinomhota has played fullback the last few games. Okay, maybe Footmob. I called out Footmob last night and they were right and I was wrong. So maybe I should learn my lesson. But yeah, thank you, Tom, for the heads up. We will have a look and see. We'll know straight away if it's right back or centre midfield for Andy Rinomhota. And Callum Chambers, of course, can play both. They could switch at any point, those two. For Swansea, Lawrence Vigouroux, former Leyton Orient keeper, in goal for the Swans. Josh Tymon, who made my team of the season so far. I'm going to damn Josh Tymon with faint praise here. Part of it was that we could only pick one player from one club, and we needed to fit a left back in, and Tymon was my guy. But very consistent down that side. Josh Key down the other side. And Sam Parkin is a big fan of these two as a centre-back partnership. Ben Cabango and Harry Darling, although he keeps mentioning to me, and let me know if there's any Swans fans in the chat. I think they're both out of contract at the end of the season. Time is running out to get those deals signed. Central midfield, Gonzalo Franco and Matt Grimes. You can still find him. How many games has he played for Cardiff? Ronald down the right-hand side. Jisung Yeom down the left-hand side. And Liam Cullen, who, like Callum Robinson, is having a very good season, isn't it? In fact, an even better season than Callum Robinson, because you can not only match the 8 goals, but you can add an assist in for Liam Cullen, who you'd think might be a match winner. By the way, they've got Joe Allen up front. How about that? Well, that's definitely wrong, isn't it? Let's stick Joe Allen in central midfield and maybe Franco further forward and Cullen up front. We will see how that pans out, but it definitely won't be the veteran Joe Allen. Very useful player, but not up front, bless him. There's the benches. Horvath, Bagan, and G, Fish, Siopsis, Colwill, Willock, Maite, Salek. So what I will say about Cardiff is, even if you think the first 11 is a bit just championship kind of steady, there is quality on the bench there, and there is attacking thrust. We know Colwill, Willock, Maite on their day have been really decent championship attacking players. And we always look for that if the game is level at 60 minutes, at 70 minutes, even later, with stoppage time being what it is these days. Can you bring players on and make a difference there? There's your bench for Swans. McLaughlin, Christie, Watts, Norton again, you can still find him. Fulton, Bianchini, Pert Harris, who scored a late winner recently against a team who I can't forget. Someone tell me in the chat, who did Pert Harris score that late winner against? Was it QPR? I can't remember. Parker and Vipotnik. I don't know. I think I prefer having the 3 attackers that Cardiff have got on the bench there. But yeah, you tell me in the chat who's got the strongest bench. Alistair, channel legend, been around forever. Welcome to you. Like Matt Grimes. Thoughts on Pompey today, Caden? It's difficult, isn't it? You'd think both teams to score. You can beat Borough in an away game at Fratton, but I don't know. We're going to get a Borough going to close up that gap between 5th and 4th, or are they just destined to finish in the playoffs? You tell me. Can Pompey get something? Surprised Grimes never got a Premier League move. Wonder of left foot. No, there must be a reason why the Premier League clubs didn't take him. Chansiri is a tad. I assume that means mad, isn't he? Nat. I think we're all on that page there. Maybe even Mr. Chansiri would be on that page. The Sheffield Wednesday owner. Right. I think we've done lineups and whatnot. Should we do some predictions, guys? Let me know how you see this one going. Just stick your predictions in via the chat. Swansea, something. Sorry, do that again. Get your predictions in via the chat. We're live. We can't edit that out. Cardiff, something. Swansea. Do you get me drift? Do you get it? Get your predictions in right now. You've got 24 seconds. Brilliant stuff. We'll let it roll a little bit longer. Get your predictions in for this one. We're seeing some old footage there. Darren Pratley. I remember him playing brilliantly against Ipswich once, scoring there for Swansea. I'm seeing a long throw being hurled in. in 2010. And Cardiff were about to, is that Michael Chopra going to stick it in the net? He had a good look to see if he was offside. There he is, Michael Chopra. Who are we going to get next? Get your predictions in. Some classic names here. Oh, what a goal that is. Who put that in? Craig Bellamy. There you go. What a player he was. Brilliant goal by Bellamy in one of these games. There's one into the wall. Off the post. Pinballing around. And I think it's Ben Cabango sticking that one in. Was that a late winner? I think it might have been. He's a pinball wizard. There's the head-to-head. Swansea have got it just on the head-to-head. 28-21, actually, and they've got it fairly comfortably, haven't they? Cardiff, 21 wins, 18 draws. Right. Let's get some predictions in. Can we get a few more in the chat? Get your predictions in. I'll put the ones up that are there. Keep your predictions coming. Ewan, Cardiff 1-0. He's gone for the home win. Si, there you go. Flip that round the other way. We love to do that on the predictions. He's got Swansea 1-0. Chris, I will take that all day. I love the 5 goals. Nothing against Swansea, but 3-2 to the Bluebirds would be good fun. And we did get a 0-0 yesterday. And a few people, think it's going to be 0-0 today. Imagine we get 2 0-0s in a row. My God, I'm here. I'm here for the duration, whatever happens. There you go, Anthony. More honest. Desmond for Anthony. Baker Boy, 2-1 Bluebirds. Nat, 1-1. I can't remember. Can anyone look up what I predicted on the prediction show with Sam? I can never remember what I've predicted. You realise we do these predictions like early in the week, and I've completely forgotten by the time it gets to Saturday. Liam, 2-1 Cardiff. Mind Blown has gone for the Desmond. Ninja has gone for the 1-1. The Cardiff boy, I knew I'd persuade you. I'm at the game now. You have a great time. We often get people in the stadium tuning in for the build-up. Good luck getting signal as well in a football stadium. I don't know about you. Always seems like the guy next to me has got signal and I haven't. And we've got the same phone and the same network. Maybe I'm just being weak and weedy, and that's not happening at all. Brilliant stuff, guys. Thank you for all of the predictions and all of that good stuff. If you're watching now and you haven't subscribed to our wonderful YouTube channel here, I can't remember how many. We're still struggling with internet in the office here, so I can't look it up and tell you. I think we've got like 42,300 subscribers, which is an amazing total. If you haven't already subscribed, even if you don't do subscriptions or whatever, and you just let your notifications come on YouTube from whatever videos you've watched, still helps me out. If you can hit that subscribe button, you've got 10 seconds to do it. Here comes a sub surge. Let us know if you are across any of the early fixtures today, whichever you're watching. Newcastle are playing Bournemouth up in the Premier League. Give us a shout out if you're watching that one. That'll probably be on TNT, won't it? If it's an early. Big games in League One, by the way. Blackpool, Huddersfield. A lot of you in the chat last night were saying, oh, Huddersfield now and Birmingham. That's your top two for League One, given what Huddersfield have done in the transfer window. They have bolstered their attacking roster with Joe Taylor and Dion Charles coming in. Spent a bit of Wonga as well. Also, how about Leyton Orient, everybody? Posh versus Leyton Orient and the form they're in. You'd expect Leyton Orient to just go there and win. Those are your earlies in League One. And you know your earlies in the Championship. We got this one, obviously, players just greeting each other for the handshake pre-game. Cardiff Swansea. And you have got Millwall Hull and Plymouth QPR. By the way, Sky, sorry Foot Mob, have also got Andy Rinomota at right fullback. They have got Ollie Tanner at right wing and Kian Ashford at left wing. But yeah, I was questioning that. Would Chambers play fullback or would Rinomota play central midfield? It's always an adaptable position, central midfield to fullback. Who was that Scouser guy Ipswich used to have? They did Callum Conley. Where did he end up? Someone at Fleetwood or something? I don't know. Someone looked that one up. But I do like the idea of Maite and Willock And those lads on the bench, Cole will as well. For Swansea, I think we had it right. Midfield 3, says Sky. And remember, they always have guys on the ground at Sky getting the info, don't they? Franco, Allen and Grimes with Iom left, Ronald right and Cullen, who you'd think might be a match winner here today, playing in the number 9 position. Right. Let's have a look. Some more comments before we start. Anthony, predictions is a great show. Thank you, Anthony. So positive, Anthony. I wish all commenters like that were on YouTube. Steve representing, brilliant. 3-3, I love it. I had 2-1 Cardiff apparently. Thank you, Nat. Sam, I had 2-1. Sam 2-1. Sorry, I probably just flipped this prediction, didn't I? Taylor 3-1 Swans. Oh, okay. So Rinamoto, there you go. I need to get with the program here on Rinamoto, don't you? Apparently, he played for Reading as well at fullback, which Alistair would know better than me. TV people, no consideration for Bournemouth fans. Absolutely not. Also, I know it's not an early kickoff, but we got the Borough fans. I think, was it Peter in the chat last night saying he was travelling down from Middlesbrough to Pompey today. So hell of a journey from some of you South Coast guys, the Bournemouth fans, all the way up to Newcastle. Hey, they're playing well, Bournemouth fans. They could come home happy, couldn't they? We're just doing the pre-match huddles in your South Wales derby here. Callum Robinson and Ollie Tanner, just the last to appear in the pre-game huddles. And we're about to get into this. You got to love a derby. In the words of Roy Keane, it's a derby. I can't do an Irish accent. I'm terrible at all accents. Aren't I? We are about to get going in this one. Really looking forward to a big grudge match. Luke Williams and Omar Ritza on the touchline in the dugouts. Luke Williams heavily linked, wasn't he, with... let me just move my microphone across. Let me know if your audio is all good here, guys, and you can hear everything nice and clearly. I don't want to be angled that way, mainly because I've got a big nose. Let me be vulnerable with you guys. It's not what you want to be seeing, is it here? But thank you all for joining. Up, and away we go in the South Wales derby. We are off and running. Cardiff versus Swansea. Here we go. As Vigouroux stumbles with his first clearance. It's going to be a harem-scarum first few minutes. Loads of tackles, no doubt, flying in today in the early goings of this one. Key has got it for Swansea. And look at the Cardiff press early on. Looks like Omar Reza has got into them, wound those Cardiff lads up. How's Mikey? He's good. Hopefully we'll get Mikey back and Premier League predictions back. Mikey has just become a father. Can't see it with Newcastle's home form. Yeah, fair enough. Can we see it, Sam? If you're talking about the game, no, I will not be illegally streaming the game for you. You can go elsewhere for that. But if you want a nice chat and a watch along here as we watch along on Sky Sports Football, where I have paid for my subscription, then please feel free. Each to their own. But yeah, I'm not going to risk doing anything naughty here, given what we've built up here as a channel. Timon knocks that back into Darling. You'd imagine the Swansea approach would be a little bit more patient and building things up and possession-based. You'd imagine Cardiff are going to want to press, going to want to be stiff in the team shape and try and gain control that way. We love a good clash of styles. Well, they say in boxing, styles make fights. There's one into the channel. It's a good ball, actually. It's not even the channel. It's into the box. Cullen's had to take it out into the channel for Swansea, though. Knocked it up the line to Ronald. And it's going to be a throw-in down that right-hand side. Referee today, referee Bell. Let's hope he is conspicuous in his absence. I've got sympathy for the referee last night. It was a really hard call, that first penalty. But let's be honest, the first penalty shouldn't have been a penalty. He was outside the box, wasn't he, Isidore, when he got brought down? It would have been a red card. We were chatting in the Benjamin Bloom football channel. If it had been deemed a foul and outside of the box, no double jeopardy protection, he would have definitely been a denial of obvious goal scoring opportunity. But I don't know. 85 minutes, you'd rather have the free shot at goal, wouldn't you, than the red card? Hey, they missed the free shot at goal. You tell me what you'd rather have, indeed. Right, channel icon status needs to go to Kelly, who donated 20 Benjamin Bloom football channel memberships last night. Kelly, you absolute legend. And she's back again with a $10 donation. Kelly, you are an absolute bloody hero. What am I doing? Watching the South Wales derby at 4:30 a.m. Love the channel. Thanks for the watch along. You're addicted to the EFL, aren't you? Kelly, Wrexham, right? Am I right? That's your team? Let me know if I've got that wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Wrexham, isn't it, Kelly? But thank you so much for your support. We love you and you are welcome here anytime. Howdy doody Benarino. I misread that as, who was it who used to play for West Brom, guys? Berahino. Berahino, who looked like he was going to be really, really amazing player, but never quite put it together again. Massive thank you to Kelly. Unbelievable generosity and support for our channel here. Swansea got control of this in the first couple of minutes to, we're talking 55-45 in terms of control. It's a slow build-up. Brian, do the Plymouth Argyle v Burnley on Wednesday night. Sounds like some kind of a plan, that, Brian, doesn't it? I had work last Wednesday night, but should be around for a Tuesday. Maybe we'll put a poll up. Can someone tell me what the main TV games are on Tuesday and Wednesday on Sky? Football on TV is your website if you go and look that one up. I'm not sure we'll be able to do both, but hey, with Enid's sleep regression, I'm not going to get any sleep whatever I do anyway, aren't I? But actually, bless my my HQ here, I did get an hour's extra sleep with no work commitments there. Jack, come on, Swansea City. Come on, goals, please. 0-0 last night, 0-0 currently after 4 minutes in this one. Lovely ball around the corner by Allen to Grimes. And that one is played out wide. This is a really good move. Key has got forward well for Swansea down the right. Ronald, Key. Nicely worked. Ronald hits the deck. I think he was looking for a cheap foul there. Franco at the hub of it there, the 17 for Swansea, just pinging those passes about. Jamie, thank you so much. Millwall, Cardiff Tuesday, and then Plymouth, Burnley on Wednesday. Look at that grey hair, guys. Look, I'm getting old, aren't I? Deary me. Can I kind of direct that out of the shot? No, I've got bright light pointing at me, lighting it up, hey. My namesake is a Cardiff fan. Oh, the original Clive Morris. Very nice. Great start for Rand booked in the first minute. Yeah, please, guys, if you are watching any of those games, who we got? Newcastle, Bournemouth. Dave is watching QPR and Plymouth. Is that right? Plymouth, QPR. We got Millwall and Hull. We've got some good League One games as well. Henricus, I can put his comment up, but I can't read it out for obvious reasons there. I won't do the swear, but we'll let him have his say. Free speech ahoy. You can swear if you like. I just won't swear myself. There you go. Apologies if you're offended by a swear word on the screen. We're all adults here, aren't we? Well, I think most of us are anyhow. Hello. 1-0 Bournemouth. Well played, the Bournemouth. Who scored, guys? Let me know who the goal scorer is for Bournemouth. And Cardiff down the left-hand side. Is that corner or a throw-in? Robinson just trying to get the crowd up. Thank you, Brendan. Clivert in the Eddie Howe derby. Mason recovering from the morning after the night before. Heavy night, Mason. Heavy night indeed. Lovely goal, Clivert. He's the penalty king, Clivert. Corner. Cardiff, in it goes. Vigouroux, two hands with the punch. flicked away by Eon. And here comes Rinamoto, who is definitely playing right fullback. Thank you for the corrections in the chat on that. O'Dowda heads it back in. Cabango heads it out. O'Dowda again, head tennis. A big header forward there by Gutas. Good header, actually. It's going to go, I don't think he meant to put it there, but Robertson, has he drawn a foul? He didn't draw a foul, but then Joe Allen runs it out of play. Or did he draw a foul? Let's have a look. Oh, that's cheap, isn't it? Clever from Robertson. Didn't look like a foul to me. He's bought that one. Hey. Stephen, Sunderland here. Great stuff. Love the content. Yeah, well played to the Sunderland fans as well last night. Wilson Isidore needed a pick-me-up at the end there. He had a terrible night, missing 2 penalties. And the Sunderland fans, he went over and apologised, which helps, doesn't it? And the Sunderland fans, always a good away end, the Sunderland lads and lasses, giving him the pick-me-up that hopefully he needed. Right, free kick. Kind of bought quite nefariously by Robertson, but maybe Allen was a bit too tight there. I don't think it was a foul. Gutas has just done a little signal there. He's pointed down to the near post. So I think free kick's going to go near post. I am correct. That's going to be a corner, isn't it? It come off Timon. He gets the congratulations of his teammates. He just got in front. Yeah, it should have been a corner, shouldn't it? Let's have another look. Yeah, officials, in my humble opinion, have got 2 things wrong there, but it's a hard job, isn't it? Cutback goal for Clivert. What do you reckon the chances of Blackburn getting Thomas Asante from Cov? I don't know. Only went, obviously, to Cov early season. If I was Frank Lampard, I'd want to keep him and have a look at him, but they've got Sims, they've got Wright. Who's the Swedish lad that Coventry have got? Oh, that's broken nicely for Timon. Great clearance by Gutas. Good game, this one so far. Yeah, I wouldn't be selling Brandon Thomas Asante, but FFP needs must. He's been good this season. Everyone has a shocker, but James Trafford, Trafford did what he needed to. There was a lot of gamesmanship and S-housery going on, but fair play to Trafford. When it comes down to it, it's 1v1 from 12 yards, and he was the winner twice, wasn't it? Trafford, brilliant. Allen over on the left wing. And now has he won a cheap free kick himself? He has. Is the referee evening that up? Maybe he got a word in. Oh, no, actually, to be fair, no, I'm going to take that back. It's a definite foul on Allen's, definite shirt pull from Joe Rules. So my take is that the Cardiff one wasn't a free kick. I think the Swansea one was there. I think Robertson bought the Cardiff one, whereas I think Rules is just silly. It's just a tug back on the shirt. Free kick. Sorry, I'm still kind of ill. Although I've stopped, not that you want to know this, I've stopped blowing my nose now, which helps a lot with my daily life, let's just say. So free kick in a dangerous spot here for Swansea. Excuse me. Eom and Timon are over it. I think it's going to go in left-footed, isn't it? Yes. Timon puts it in low. Clever free kick, bouncing about. Franco hits the shot. It's a chance over the bar. He had to swivel and hit it. It's a big chance if he didn't have to swivel. Technically good player, Franco. And he should do better with that, shouldn't he? Easy for me to say. On the half volley, keeper takes his hand away there. Anik like he's got it covered. I think Franco should hit the target with that. Brian is across Carlisle and Bradford. Clive, watch along with Leeds and Filed. Brilliant stuff on his channel. Am I doing the Leeds game? David, the plan is to do the Leeds game tomorrow. Blackpool 1 up Come on, Blackpool. We need, says Robert, we need 7 wins for safety, and then I can relax. Thanks, Clive. Yeah, we're getting there. It's been I literally got home from work on January the 1st in the wee small hours, and I've been ill ever since. And it's now January the 18th, which is ridiculous, isn't it? Ho-hum. Lively start to this one. Set play openings for both teams. Franco there with the best chance of the game. Swivels, half volleys it, hits it too hard, doesn't he? Can't quite wrap his foot around it. Maybe if he'd optimised for accuracy and it was well positioned, he would have had to find the bottom corner or the top corner, wouldn't he? But a chance nonetheless. Doing great work on here. Thank you, Brian. Possession ceded back from Swansea to Cardiff. 0-0. 13 gone. And we're going to have... It's very stop-start, isn't it? But then, I mean, guys, I've watched enough Norwich-Ipswich games to know they're very seldom good games with all the emotion that the crowd puts into it. Tends to get a bit messy, and it's he who keeps their head doesn't make a mistake and takes their chance, isn't it? What's my prediction for tomorrow's game? I think I went 2-0 Leeds. But as you know, I probably would have backed a home win if it was Leeds. They've been so good at home. We'll see if Sheffield Wednesday can upset Leeds. Brilliant home form. Current league leaders Leeds, but we could be saying Sheffield United are on top of the table in about 4.25 hours' time. Chambers guilty of pressing too hard there and committing a foul. So stop-start, guys. I mean, it means I'm able to read loads of your comments. Yeah, Strauick. How long's he out for, Clive? Like 3-4 weeks? Not good. And Daniel, I watched a bit of Daniel Farker's press conference, actually, either doing my dishes or doing the research or whatever for the channel. He said this time last season they lost Strauick. And yes, the results were good, but he's a great player at Championship level. Strauick, you'd love him in your team at centre back, wouldn't you? Yeah, there you go. They're being careful with him. 3 weeks to 3 months. You don't want that to be 3 months. We don't want to see any players injured, but if you're a Leeds fan, you definitely don't want him missing, well, basically the most part of the rest of the season. There's only kind of 4 whole months of the season to go now, isn't there? Homeward bound goes Darland, who I've not seen play before, actually. Jesper Darland, a Norwegian centre-half. I'm going to stereotype here. We love Scandinavian massive centre-halves, don't we, hey? 15 gone, 0-0. Keep your comments coming. Keep that chat moving. Keep your views coming. Even if you're not watching this game, let me know if you are across Newcastle 0, Bournemouth 1, Millwall 0, Hull 0, Plymouth 0, QPR 0, Blackpool 1, Huddersfield 0, or Posh 0, Orient 0 in the other EFL divisions. We might even have League 2 games. Do we have someone watching? Bradford do say, here comes Eon down the left-hand side. I think that went out, didn't it? Yeah, it's a goal kick. Eon couldn't keep it in, the South Korean left winger. For the Swans, been one of best players. We're talking about Strauick. I had him in my... I've had lots of mentions for my team of the season so far. I found it hard to figure out which Leeds player I would put in, actually, because you have to have one in, really, because they've got an excellent squad and they're top of the table. But last season, you know, you're scratching your head. Oh, I can't put both of them in. Do I have Somerville or Ruter? Whereas this season, far more balanced. Edward, do I ever stop working? I promise. I can tell you exactly when I'm going to stop working. At 2:30, and we're going to Morrison's. And Enid's coming with us. And she'll either behave really well or really badly, bless her. I could send Shaylee on her own, couldn't I? But it's quite cute when Enid gets the little mini Morrison's shopping trolley and pushes it round herself. So I will stop working then. It's not work. I come to my office and I watch the football and I chat to you guys. Very lucky. Very, very lucky. Alistair, a really open game between Newcastle and Bournemouth. Keep us updated, matey. Sam had Tanaka, didn't he? That was Sam's pick. And let's be honest, Sam knows more about football than I do. But hey, he played 400 games or whatever, so fair. Key. Crossed in by Joe Allen. Rinomota and Eom in the aerial battle there. Eom wins it, but Rinomota just has to kind of jump with him. It's good defending, actually. Has a look over his shoulder. Jumps, and yeah, the winger really needed to head that back across goal. And I don't think he's in the game for his aerial prowess, but you need to be good at it if you are a winger. You're expected to arrive on the back stick when the ball's over the other side. So he did that part of the job well, Eom, didn't he? Christopher, brilliant. Millwall wasting their chances. Hull got more possession in that one. Thank you. Keep us updated. Lots of games every Saturday in these 12:30 watch-alongs. 3 earlies in the Championship alone. No goals yet. Although here come Cardiff down the right-hand side. It was a chance for Ashford if he could have just controlled it. He got a heavy touch and easy one for Figueroa to come out and grab or claim. Kicked it away rather than picked it up. Darling travels forward from left centre back. Nice play by Darling. Releases Eom on the left wing. Eom gets the cross over to the back stick where Ronaldo is waiting. Decent header out by O'Dowda. Key recycle. Turns inside off the right wing, but has to go into the centre half and Cabango. And then back into Grimes, who is in that familiar position for a central midfielder now, in between the centre backs. D. James is playing brilliantly at the moment. Do you agree? To be fair, you look at his numbers, very consistent at Championship level, Dan James. And when you consider where he's been, Manchester United and the money spent on him, so he should be. I know it's not always that easy. I'm sure he'd get in most Championship 11s. What's my take on Ipswich season so far? Yeah, Ipswich have been good, haven't they? I think we all said about Ipswich, if you go into, say, the last 3 or 4 games and they're within a win of surviving, you'll absolutely take that, won't you? Just be in the fight, and can you do it at the end of the season? And so much when you're promoted depends on, you just need other teams to have a struggle, because anybody up there who's been up there for at least 2 seasons will be light years ahead, squad-wise and financially, of a Championship team, let alone one that's gone back-to-back from League One and is still putting out 5 and 6 players who, appeared in League One. Is there a rumour about Luke Cundle going to Millwall from Plymouth? Pass. A million rumours to keep up with during January. Callum O'Dowda has been feeling his left, is it his calf maybe? And he looks pretty certain that he's going to be going out of the game. O'Dowda has only lasted a quarter of this one. Joel Bagan is going to come in and play left back. A bit of a blow for Cardiff. Yeah, definitely his calf being felt by the doctor there. Although he did have a little feel of his thigh there, so something's amiss. I'm not a doctor. Chris, which way have we got Franco, Grimes, and Joe lined up? Joe Allen, that'll be. Well, Grimes is very deep, as you'd expect. And then I guess the other two are going to kind of sit in, one number 6 there and 2 number 8s would be my take on it. Anthony bought for 80 million. Yeah. I notice I choose my words very carefully. Should be worth or should be good. Yeah, definitely. Dan James definitely much closer to his value than Anthony is. Very poor signing for Manchester United. Poor fella's had a nightmare, hasn't he? Callum O'Dowda is walking off the pitch, which is good. So hopefully that means it's just some kind of a little strain or something. And we're starting a 3-game week. Don't want to be chancing it in game 1, do you? Kelly would love to watch Peterborough Orient. Don't have access in the US. Is that not on Paramount, or it's all on the red button here on Sky Sports in the UK? Orient are on fire, aren't they? You'll have to make do with us, Kelly, and the Cardiff Swans game here. We've got a free kick to Swansea, which Matt Grimes is going to ping in with his left foot. In it comes from Grimes. It's poor from Grimes. He's better than that, isn't he? Over everyone's head. And Bagan's going to get a first touch. Substitute just coming for O'Dowda. Robert, weird stat about this fixture. It took 111 years for, yeah, amazing. I decided to do the double of them, and then Swansea did it again the following. The double-double. Hey? Was that all Russ Martin? I think it was, wasn't it? Good old Russ. Hopefully we'll see him back. Probably in the Championship, let's be fair. Very unfair. Come on, I know I'm a big fan of Russ Martin's, but very unfairly dealt with the media. I know Southampton have been terrible this season, but a lot of the mockery wasn't necessary, was it, guys? Come on. Free speech ahoy, but yeah, unfairly derided in my opinion. You're entitled to yours as well. Darling. Eom. Nice turn. It's a clear foul, isn't it, by Ashford on the right. Eom looking probably the best attacking outlet for Swansea, although maybe I've got camera bias there. It's often easy as a football fan. We have to override thinking that the player who we can see closest to us is more impactful on the game than they actually are. Here we go. 1-1 Newcastle. Thank you, Alistair and Paul. Bruno with the goal. Newcastle 1, Bournemouth 1. It's Blackpool 1, Huddersfield 0 as well. They are our, easy for me to say, only goals thus far in the earlies here on Saturday. I think Sky are trying to illustrate how few touches there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Liam Cullen have had. Cullen. Oh, can't I talk? My God. Kind of important, Ben, isn't it? And I think the location of the touches is key as well. Cullen has not touched the ball anywhere near the goal, basically. That one's in the channel for Ashford to chase again. Here he is. What did I call him yesterday? The great Matt SB. Let's call him the icon. The icon, Matt SB. My partner in crime on the League One prediction show Go and check that out each and every Monday, Tuesday sort of time over on Matt's fantastic channel there. And you can see his predictions with Sophie for Championship and Premier League as well over on the Matt SB channel, Coventry channel as well. So go and subscribe to everything Matt's got going on. Oh, shot driven in right-footed there by Alex Robertson. He drags it wide. It's the closest Cardiff have come. Franco's shot for Swansea was closer. So I'm not going to say closest anyone has come, but it's the closest Cardiff has come. And yeah, if I'm Callum Robinson, I'm like, can you just float that in to the back stick? The form Robinson's in. I know Robertson is, going to back himself from that distance in the number 10 position, but can you float that over Cabango's head and give Callum Robinson a header at goal? Kepa should do better. I'm assuming Alistair is talking about the Bruno Guimaraes equaliser for Newcastle. That is 1-1. Jay, did I hear Huddersfield winning? Yes. Are you losing? Yes, you did. That is good news if you're a Birmingham fan, if you're a Wrexham fan as well, up at the top of League One. Here's Darling again. Timon. Eon. Cross goes in, cleared. I'm sure Omar Ritza will know this better than me, but it's so obvious what the beginning of the pattern of play for Swansea is. A player hitting the deck there, big 50-50 in midfield, but we keep going with, Ronald down the right-hand side. Who's gone down? Ollie Tanner has gone down. I've got to admit, I didn't think it was a foul. I'll go with my first instinct. I'll be prepared to be wrong on the replay. Darlin, 50-50. Do you know, it probably is a foul. He's got their second. Oh, actually, neither of them play the ball. I'm going to change my mind again. Has he lost his GPS as well? No, he's lost his shin pad, actually. Neither of them play the ball there. They both arrive at the same time and both hit each other. So I don't think that's a foul. I think that's a racing incident. That one. Must admit, I disagree with Matt's prediction on Rovers this week. Get yours in the comments over on Matt's channel on my channel. If Leeds had Trafford, we would be 10 points ahead. Well, we've had the Meslier debate on the channel here. It looks like he is out now and Darlow is in. So thank you, Clive. Nice to see you, fella. Come on, Bluebirds. Says J7. Am I a Cardiff fan? I am not. I'm completely neutral here today. Going to call this one down the middle. Tanner, I think he's going to keep going. No signals like this or signals like this from the player or the doctors. Trafford done well to come back. Yeah, he was always a good keeper, wasn't he, Trafford? Cardiff still, yes, they are. Just 1 point outside the relegation zone. Unbeaten in 4. If they win today, 9 points from 5. You would consider that the type of form that definitely keeps you away from relegation trouble, but they've very much put themselves in relegation trouble. Cabango. Cardiff back defending in shape. Cabango to Allen, to Darling. Cabango, Darling. Darling, little clip ball across to Grimes, who ostentatiously half volleys that out to Key. Good pass, to be fair. Cabango. Switch of play. Timon, nice first touch. Eon. Darling, out to the right wing. Possession last 10 minutes, say Sky. 91% to Swansea. I hadn't noticed that, to be fair. Cardiff can't get the ball, basically. Throw in to the Bluebirds, who are probably going to hurl this down the pitch, try and get a bit of territory and try and win some tackles and win the ball back. Although it's magnetically landed to Grimes again. Grimes tried to play it down the line. I think Rules kind of chested it away. If that was his arm, he was definitely going to get a yellow for that. That'd be a very naughty handball, wouldn't it? Wow, look at that. Joe Rules, 350th Championship appearance for Cardiff. That's probably worth a round of applause, that. What a stint. 350, my God. Give the man a medal. Timon, Eom, 1v1 with Renamotor, double step over. Eom crosses left-footed, that's keeper's ball. Easy gather for Anik. Needs to do better with that, Eom, down the left. Easy enough for Renamotor to just say, okay, I'll let you cross from, 1 yard away from me if you're going to stick it straight in the keeper's arms every time. You ain't going to score from that unless the keeper throws it in. Now, here come Cardiff down the left. Bagan crosses in early. Ooh, actually fell quite nicely there for Robertson, who I think could have chested that, couldn't he? You tell me in the chat. He tried to head it down, but I think he's got off the back of his man there, and he could have chested it. It's a foul by Cullen on Renamotor. Let's see a replay of that. We don't need to see a replay of the foul. That was fairly obvious. I'd like to see a replay of Robertson's attempt to nod that one down. Keep your comments coming, guys. Keep the chat moving. Great stuff, guys. Really appreciate your support there. I think this free kick's going in the box from Cardiff. Swansea just trying to hold the line on the edge of the area. Robertson should have a gap to pop this in. It's won by Darland. And not going to be able to follow it up. But they are going to win a corner, aren't they? I think Eom chests it down. Did he manage to save a corner? He's looking over it as if it's a throw-in. Although that could be gamesmanship from Eom. It's going to be a corner. Gutas and Darland gathered together. Oh, it's gone into the near post. Is it going to fall on the volley? It's put over the bar by Callum Chambers. It's a really good delivery, that. Clever one. They're all looking at the big guys. It bounces. He did pretty well to redirect that on the near post, Gutas. Really good header away by Grimes. And then, to be fair, it's a difficult chance for Callum Chambers. Cliche alert. It wouldn't quite come down for him, would it? Oh, they've won it back. Oh, dear. Poor ball through there. A, quote, high regain there by Cardiff, to use the hipster parlance. And they're on top now, Cardiff. We saw that stat flash up, 91% Swansea. Since then, they've got the ball up the pitch, got some set plays. Away we go. Swansea in the Premier League were really exciting to watch. A manager called Laudrup or something, yeah. Fairly famous footballing name, that, Laudrup. Am I doing Millwall Luton? When is that game, Chris? You have to tell me when that game is, possibly. Free kick's going to go in from Robertson again. Swansea hold the high line. Again, Darland wins the first contact. Oh, it's going to break. Oh, driven in left-footed. Good save by Vigouroux. Time stood still there. The header down was from Gutas. The shot was driven in left-footed. Probably best chance of the game, that, isn't it? Decent save by Vigouroux, excuse me. Here they come again with Ashford down the right. Good spell this for Cardiff. Cross goes in, headed up in the air by Franco, and Vigouroux gathers that. Right, here it is again. Darland wins the first header. Gutas wins the second. Oh, it's poor from Joe Allen, isn't it? And the shot's driven in left foot. Is it Chambers again? Allen really should get that clear. And he's put it straight at Vigouroux with the left foot. And the two chances both fall into Callum Chambers there. When maybe Ashford, Robertson, Tanner or Robinson would have been a better bet. Michu at Swansea was quality. Michu was a gangster. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Colwill should have started, says Redman. We did have a look at that Cardiff bench and think, oh, okay, there's Maite and there's Willock and there's Colwill. There's some options there. None of them chosen to start. Cardiff having the better of the last 5 minutes. But here comes Swansea again now. Ronald over on the right wing. Tanner gets the tackle in. Colwill is quality. Yeah, he's a good player, Colwill, isn't he? Maybe there must be a reason, though, why managers don't stick him in the team every week. Must be some kind of issue, whether it's reliability or consistency or whatever. Corner to Swansea, won by Franco. Tries to put the cross in, blocked out. Remember Jefferson Montero for Swansea, signed for a team in the 9th tier. I do remember Jefferson Montero. I'm sure I saw him play for West Brom on loan. Does that sound right? Corner then for the Swans. Two arms up. Whatever that means, we'll find out in a sec. It's going to go to the back post. Oh, Cullen completely free header. Oh, they should have made more of that, shouldn't they? He headed it back across the box, but he was totally free. I think the plan was Cullen came out, cross comes in again, keeper's ball. It's a clever corner because Cullen comes all the way over as if he's going to take the short corner, and then he's waved away. He runs right to the back post. No one picks him up. Well done, the set play coach on that one. And wins the free header, but doesn't direct it back. Probably be looking to direct it back to Harry Darling, wouldn't you? Here's Robertson for Cardiff. Darland. Gutas. Rinomota. Clip down the line looking for Ashford. Ashford wins it. Our poor ball behind Robertson. Gonna get away with that. One back by Ashford. In comes the cross, left-footed. Half cleared. Darlan picks it up. Cardiff, nice squeeze. Got Swansea all the way back in their own sort of final third here. Key with the 50-50 is going to be a throw in to Cardiff. Why are Peterborough struggling this season? I don't know. Makes no sense. Been in the playoffs the last couple of seasons. Right down, probably in the bottom 6, aren't they? Bottom 8, certainly. Horrible season for Posh. One for the Swansea fans as well. Lee Trundle. Lee Trundle's actually in studio with Luke Chambers and Sean Morrison today with David Prutton. Hoiked up in the air. Darling's going to win the header, is he? Allen bounces off him. It's messy as hell, this. Can the ball touch the pitch at any point? We hope so. There you go. Slid back to Darland. Hola, Anir, welcome to you, channel legend. Good to have you here. Lee Trundle is a legend. Sean Morrison's my neighbour. Happy days. Welcome, Kieran, as well. An Ipswich Town fan. It's allowed, Kieran. Vigouroux is going to take the goal kick long. $42 on the clock, 0-0. Best chance for Swansea, falling to Franco, swiveled on the volley, put it over the bar. 2 chances falling for Callum Chambers. One on the right foot, half volley. One on the left foot, half volley. Left-footed was the better chance. Couldn't score either of them. Ashford hits the shot left-footed, blocked out. It's a foul by Franco. He protests, but it looked like a foul to me. Jamie says QPR missing a sitter in their game. No goals in any of the Championship games thus far. Cardiff 0, Swansea 0 here. Millwall 0, Hull 0, Plymouth 0, QPR 0. Premier League has got 2 goals. Newcastle 1, Bournemouth 1. Kluivert and Guimaraes. Proper great mix of clubs covered by the subs. You love to see it. Absolutely. We love our audience. That's the beauty of covering the whole division. You get everybody joining, which is fantastic. Plymouth keeper just pulled off a blinder of a save. QPR going close, it sounds like, at home park. Free kick, Cardiff. Rolls and Robertson over it. Robertson shoots from miles out. It's a dreadful free kick. Vigouroux has time to take 1 step left, 1 step right, catch the ball and fall on top of it, eh? Posh have sold all their best players, basically. Yeah, Poku out doesn't help. New sub. Thank you. You're very welcome. J7. Rinamoto knocks that one inside. Oh, it's a horrible ball. Looked like an easy pass for Chambers there. Just poked that through the outside of his right foot and he boots it. Roberts in a great position there. Should do better with that. Homer reads Penny for his thoughts. 2-1 Bournemouth. Kluivert gets his second. Let us know if that is a deserved lead. Up north there. Bournemouth fans, hell of a long journey. Oh, nicely fed. Bagan crosses in low. It's going to break for Robertson. Robertson feed to Robinson. Poor finish. Oh, they're having chances here. Callum Robinson yelling F off. Somebody. I think misdirected anger there. He should be annoyed at himself there, Robertson's. Poor finish. Player in form. 8 goals this season. And Cardiff definitely having the better chances to take the lead at the end of this half. We are into first half stoppage time. 4 minutes of it, guys. Cardiff 0, Swansea 0. Here comes Timon down the left. Easily blocked out. There's going to be a goal kick for Cardiff. Looks like we're going in 0 at half time. What was my prediction? Someone remind me. It was 2-1 to Cardiff, was it? Sam had 2-1 for one of these sides, and I had 2-1 for the other. I suspect it's me that's got Cardiff and Sam that's got Swansea. Robertson wins the header from the goal kick. Franco wins the tackle. Hoiked forward by Gutas. Brought away by Key. 2 more minutes of minimum stoppage time to play. Robertson. Robinson down the left against Cabango. Nice feet and change of speed there by Robinson. Not a great cross, though. Cullen's back trying to help clear it. And Cullen's done really well, actually. He's won a foul. Looks soft to me, I've got to say, but I'll wait for the replay. Yeah, he's got hold of him again, Rules, hasn't he? I'll back the ref on that one. Darling. Oh, darling. Cabango. Ronald back to Cabango. 1 more minute of minimum stoppage time. Oh, what a pass that is out to Eom, who's got a bit of space. Little poke inside. It's poor from Eom. He had a bit of space there. He kind of ran into danger, poked the ball and gave it away. Imagine Bournemouth in Europe. Iraola has done wonders. Yeah, he's a really good manager, Iraola, isn't he? They always punch their way at the top level, don't they, Bournemouth? Well, apart from getting relegated, but you know what I'm saying, don't you? Had some great times up in the Premier League. There's one in the channel. Key had to header that. We've got 20 seconds minimum stoppage time, and here comes Robinson. That's poor from Robinson. He's been tackled. He's been fouled there, surely. Really silly foul that by Cabango. I know what he's moaning about. It's his fault. Let Robinson get ahead of him and then he just tugged his shirt back. And what that means is that for the last play of this half, Cardiff can just lob a free kick into the box with a fair kind of chance that there's going to be no counter-attack opportunity. Here's the foul again by Cabango. Look, he's won it. He lets Robert. It's a definite foul, isn't it? Has he booked him as well? Clear pull back. The yellow card was out, but the camera was on Grimes. Grimes has been booked. I don't know why. So this is definitely going to be the last play of the half. Although maybe we'll get a bit longer because there's an injury hold here for Iom, who I think is winded. Well, I don't think it's a foul by Rolls. He just smashed into him, basically. I don't see what Rolls did as in any way against the laws of the game. Up gets Jisung Iom. And he's not going to be much help defending this set play, I don't think. He looks absolutely bruised and battered there. Winded. Hopefully he's okay. Right, the free kick. I would lob this into the box if I was Cardiff. Not enough time, really, for Swansea to counter-attack, surely. Right, we've played the 4 minutes minimum stoppage time plus 2 minutes more. In comes the set play. It's a dreadful ball, isn't it? And there goes the half-time whistle. 0-0 at half-time. There we go. That is 3 halves of football in a row now we've done over this weekend without a goal. Can we have one, please, Cardiff and Swansea players? Although we did get a pretty enthralling ending to Burnley and Sunderland last night without a goal. There's been plenty of chances in this one, I've got to say. Franco swivelling on the half volley after the set piece. The Swansea hits it too hard, optimised for power, not placement there, and put it over the bar. And then Callum Chambers twice and Callum Robinson once. Maybe you'd want all of those chances to have fallen for Callum Robinson rather than Callum Chambers, but none of those 3 Cardiff chances went in to the back of the net. Right, get your comments in, fill the chat up with questions, so when I come back from my halftime refill, there'll be plenty for us to talk about. We're going to disappear. Go and grab yourself a drink and Go and visit the toilet if you need to. And we'll be back for the second half. And please, if you've watched Newcastle Bournemouth or Millwall Hull or Plymouth QPR or who is it? Posh and Orient and Blackpool and Huddersfield, let us know. Give us your roundup, your summary of the first half. Right. Let me set the timer on my iPhone for 5 minutes. And we will be back very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. And there is my 5-minute timer going off as I walk back into the room just in time. That's about as good as I've ever timed that, I think. There you go. Apologies for a nice view of my torso and my drinks as I'm walking back in. But we are back here. It's the beauty of live YouTube, isn't it? For the watch along, it is Cardiff City versus Swansea. Get your questions in, get your comments in, and we will, well, not a massive deal to talk about, so feel free to flip the script and we can talk about anything you particularly want during the halftime break. Plenty of other games going on as well, although no goals in the Championship whatsoever in the three earlies thus far. Let's see what we've got going on in the comments here. Blackpool 2-0 up now. In fact, I'm just seeing, I think, one of the goal celebrations, although I think they're going to come after the break. We're going to have a look at those goals so we can see that. But yeah, we're all bigging up Huddersfield yesterday and their potential title charge, but they are 2-0 down at half time. Keep those questions coming. By the way, quick plug, if you will indulge me. As many of you know, my real life job is I am a performer, and I will be with the brilliant 90s tribute show, That's So 90s, over in Colchester. If you fancy coming and seeing the show, on Thursday, the 20th of February. It's a big show, big theatre there, the Mercury Theatre in Colchester. Really looking forward to that. You can grab your tickets over there on the Mercury website. There you go. Picture of me somewhere. There I am, wearing a silly coat down the bottom there, pointing up at the sky. But yeah, come and check us out. There we are. That's So 90s will be at the Mercury Theatre in Colchester on Thursday, February the 20th. If that indeed floats your boat, if like me, you can remember the 90s and the wonderful music therein. But yeah, forgive me. Always throw a little plug in for my real life job. Right. What else have we got going on in the chat? Here we go. Right. Ben, would you say this derby is bigger than the East Anglian derby? I don't like to get involved in which derby is bigger than another derby. To the people involved, they care most about the derby that involves their team. So I suppose in terms of bigger, in terms of interest, you could argue that being you've got Cardiff as a pretty major city and Swansea and that Welsh kind of football supporting, fraternity, maybe more people are interested. I don't know. Does that make it bigger? You tell me. Is it the scale of the interest? I don't know. But all I know is to every set of fans, their derby is the biggest one. What do we got? Kelly, are you being kind again? Absolutely magnificent. Look at that. Kelly gifted 5 Benjamin Bloom memberships, and this in the face of gifting 20 yesterday. Thank you so much, Kelly. Really kind of you. Really greatly appreciate that support. Thank you so much. I've come back to a great surprise. Did you get a free membership, Annie? Tremendous stuff. Right. What else have we got in the chat? 3 nil effing nils in the 12:30s. Mick McCarthy somewhere is sitting there going, yes, I like this. This is absolutely tremendous. Is the game being shown? Yes, Alex, on Sky Sports, where I am watching it. Obviously, it's not legal for me to show the game down this channel, so I'm a good boy. I will not be doing it. I'm sure you can find it if you look hard enough else. Swear, but as you can see, it says up there, watch along. And it says in the description as well, and in the thumbnail. So you sometimes get, I'm not accusing Alex of this, you sometimes get people come on here, get really cross with me. And I'm like, right, if I tell you it's a watch along 10 times and then you still think it's a stream of the game, an illegal one at that, then I don't know what to tell you. But there you go. David, another 0-0. What has been? Hey, look, I don't complain half as much as the audience does about the nil effing nils. To be honest, we got more drama in the game last night that was a 0-0 than a lot of games that have multiple goals. So I'll take that. But yeah, let's hope we can get some goals in the second half of this one. Alistair, pretty even game, not much in it. Bournemouth exploiting the lack of pace from Burnham Botman. Deadly on the counter, not quite fun for Newcastle. It hasn't been enough one-touch stuff. Lovely stuff. Bailey, realistic expectations for QPR for the rest of the season. They just got to become a top half championship side. And then from top half, can you make a playoff challenge? And keep Cifuentes happy is what needs to happen there. Do I reckon Shrewsbury will stay up? I do not reckon Shrewsbury will stay up. I reckon there's going to be too much to do and the results are going to be too sporadic. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Wild thing did it. We're just seeing the Blackpool goals. Big game there in League One. Apter with the first nice near post shot. All keepers got to do better with that one. And the second one there forced in 2-0. to Blackpool. What's going on here? This looks like Gillingham and Doncaster. Oh, lovely finish, that one. Little dink up and over the keeper. Gillingham 0, Doncaster 1. Unfortunately, no goals in this one. Another 0-0, Rose. Did I watch Burnley Sunderland last night? I did. I very, very much did. Steve, do I think Ipswich will rest a few versus Coventry in the Cup? In the Cup? The Cup? Definitely. Yeah. You're very unlikely to see Liam Delap and Sam Morsey probably, and Leif Davis and Dara O'Shea. But Ipswich are building a nice squad at the moment. So the 1B team should still be pretty good, but should be a great game. Should give Coventry a chance against an Ipswich 1B side there. Really looking forward to that. Hopefully, I'm going to head up to that one. Guys, if someone can let me know how we're doing for likes at the moment on the stream, because my internet is struggling here. And I am going to ask you for a like spike. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button already, please do. Go for it right now. You've got 11 seconds. It's time to press like. It's a like spike. Okay, we are all ready and waiting for the second half here. In fact, we are off and running. It is Cardiff 0, Swansea 0. And I promise you, we are going to be getting some goals in the second half. It's absolutely guaranteed. There you go. I'm a liar. And I'm telling the truth. 0-0 here. Cardiff versus Swansea. We'll bang through the teams in a second. If anyone can let me know how we're doing for likes on the stream, that would be a lovely help. Cardiff attacking throw-in, but nothing comes of it. Anik in goal for Cardiff. Rinomota, Gutas, Darland, O'Dowda. Chambers, Rules, Ashford, Robertson, Tanner, and Robinson for Cardiff. For Swansea, Vigouroux, Key, Cabango, Darling, Timon, Franco, Grimes, Allen, Pereira, Cullen, and Iom. Few chances in the first half. The better one's going to Cardiff, I would say. 2 for Callum Chambers, 1 for Callum Robinson. Mainly built off set plays, wasn't it? And Swansea's best chance came from a set play as well. Franco half-volleyed, right foot over the bar. It's falling for Robinson in the box. Robinson hits the shot! I said we'd get goals in the second half, and it's only taken 1 minute. He's already scored 8 this season. Callum Robinson, chest down, left-footed, into the far corner. It is Cardiff 1, Swansea 0 in the South Wales derby. Finally, the watch-along has a goal. I promised you, didn't I? Cardiff won, Swansea 0. And if Cardiff were going to score, it's probably going to be Robinson. And he's taken that really, really well. Chested it down. Darling then comes out and goes with him. And he hits it behind Darling, which unsights Vigouroux. And it's right in the corner. I think if you're the keeper, you're having a word with your centre-back there saying, okay, so he's chested it down, got enough space to get the shot off. The shot has not been blocked, and then it's bounced into the far corner. So I like the Swansea centre-backs, Cabango and Darling, but I think Darling hasn't covered himself in glory there. Once Robinson chests that down, he got to block the shot, hasn't he? And he doesn't, but it's really good from Robinson. He half volleys it into the corner, and it's Cardiff 1, Swansea 0. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. We have a goal. Get your thoughts in via the comments. Cardiff 1, Swansea 0. Robinson, the scorer, his 9th of the season. Early in the second half. Just turned on the derby. Cracking goal. Lovely control. Yeah, kept the shot down beautifully, didn't he? And that means Swansea are now going to have to not necessarily kitchen sink it, but they're going to have to give this a bit of a push, aren't they? Throwing down the line from Key. Ronald thinks he's won a corner. He lets that dribble out of play. The linesman thinks not. Ronald disagrees greatly. We'll find out in just a second whether that should have been a corner or not. Callum Robinson is the man of the hour here. Nicely taken goal. Do feel Darling's got to get a block on that, hasn't he? But fair play to Robinson, who takes it really, really well. No replay yet of that potential corner or not for Swansea. We'll never know because I ain't going to bother to look back and check. Throwing Cardiff. As things stand, this 3 points for Cardiff would pop them up to 20th in the table, and Luton would be 4th from bottom. Welcome to the Championship, Matt Bloomfield. I'm sure he'll be focused on Luton's game today against Preston. However, things are moving down the bottom there. 50-50 there with Grimes and Rolls. Grimes could have made something of that and didn't. Tackles flying in here. No fouls given by referee Bell at any point. Have I got my mic lined up properly? Hopefully you can all hear me okay. Never thought Luton would potentially be 4th from bottom. I mean, no. Maybe in August for a couple of days or whatever with a slow start, but no, me neither. Robinson. Bagan is, or Tan, excuse me, is offside. Kicks the ball away there. Should have been booked, shouldn't he? Are we still doing that? I assume the whistle had already gone. I can't hear it. I've got my earphones in. Oh, here's Robinson again. It's broken for him on the edge of the box. He's done it again. Callum Robinson has got his second goal. He is going to win the South Wales derby all by himself. Left-footed again. Unerring finish into the corner. Cardiff are 2-0 up, and it is all about Callum Robinson. 2 goals in the first 6 minutes of the second half. It is Cardiff 2, Swansea 0. Bang, bang, wow. Oh, football's easy when you got a red-hot striker, isn't it? And Cardiff have got an in-form striker in Callum Robinson. He scored 2. Watford, didn't he, very, very recently? He scored 2 again today. They take the free kick quickly. Grimes plays it out wide. The ball then comes back inside. Oh, it's a horror show. I didn't see the start of that. I just saw Robinson going through. He takes it really, really well, to be fair. I can't quite see who it was who played it. It's a great finish, isn't it? Yeah. Look at the limbs behind the goal, by the way. Great celebration from the Cardiff fans there. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, good finish, that one. But if you're a Swansea fan, you're saying should have been a block on the first goal, and you're saying the second one is a gift, isn't it? You've played the star striker of your opponents in by yourself without Cardiff having to work for it at all. But fair play. Robinson is on a South Wales derby hat-trick here. He has scored 2 in 6 minutes. I don't know what the timings of both the goals are. 47 and probably 51. I think we'll get confirmation on that. It's brilliant from Robinson. It's a quick brace. Wow. Cardiff 2, Swansea 0. Let's get some comments in here. There we go. Can Robinson do a 12-minute hat-trick? He's on for it, isn't he? We're going to get a double sub by Luke Williams. Looks like Pert Harris and Vipotnik are going to come in. Robinson doing the damage. He does really, really well on the first goal. Second one is a gift, isn't it? It's a bad, bad mistake. The back pass. I'm assuming it was Key. I don't know. Over in the... No, sorry, in the left-back position. Was it Timon? Was it Franco's gone out there? I don't know. They split in such weird formations now, don't they? There you go. Desmond looking good. Indeedio. I think I had 2-1 Cardiff, didn't I? Just saying. Yeah, so Vipotnik and Pert Harris are coming in. Allen comes out for Swansea, the old stager. There you go. Lots of predictions still on here. Blackpool 2, Huddersfield 1. Plenty of goals in that game. Iom and Allen out for Pert Harris and Vipotnik. I'm guessing Cullen is going to come back and play in the number 10 position. Oh, sorry, excuse me. It's Bianchini, not Pert Harris. My bad, sorry. Coming in. Either way, my comment still stands. Vipotnik will go and play up front. Cullen will come and play in the number 10 position. Feels like they've just got more attackers on the pitch now. Callum Robinson on for a hat-trick. 2 goals in the opening minutes here of the second half for Cardiff City. 2 goals for Callum Robinson. Try to slide him through again. It's going to be a throw in to Swansea. In the left back area. I've got to say, good limbs for that second goal. Sky got the homestand there behind the goal going crazy. Oh, what a touch there. Who was that? Was that Ashford? Brought that down out the sky. Dennis Bergkamp style first touch. Tanner, wasn't it? My bad. Couldn't do anything with it afterwards, but great first touch. Blackpool doing a Blackpool. Well, they're still 2-1 up, as I understand. But yeah, Huddersfield got one back in that game. Key. Key seems to be in central midfield as things stand. Or is it 2-2 actually? Okay, I stand corrected. Robert was right. Blackpool can't hold a lead. 1-0 to Hull as well, says Anir. Millwall 0, Hull 1. Be a great result for Ruben Celis. Oh, that's clipped in for Bianchini. Great ball into the channel. Horrible cross by Bianchini. Couldn't get hold of that at all, could he, the sub? What a little clip over the top that was. He should do so much better with that. Completely mishits it. Really poor from the substitute. It's an easy cutback on as well. Any pace on that, and it's pretty much a tap in, isn't there? Nice open. Luton in the bottom 3 as it stands. Are they really? Let me double check that. I'm not saying you're wrong. Yeah, Luton in the bottom 3. Wow. Hull now would be going up to 26 points. Cardiff going up to 27. Luton have 25. And Matt Bloomfield has a big job on his hands. Jake Cooper own goal. J7, what are my bets for Brentford Liverpool? If you follow my Twitter, you'll see my brilliant partnership with SBK. Oh, here come Cardiff again into the box. He's overrun that there, Ashford. Yeah. So we partner up with SBK ahead of Premier League games. And you can see my Bet Builder treble for 3 games this weekend. Of course, please gamble responsibly. 18 plus only. Terms and conditions apply. Grimes. Right, I've got to be careful with this super mega cup I got for Christmas that actually seems to make drinks hotter. And I do know, or I do not want to burn my mouth. How have we not sacked Williams yet? That's probably one for the higher-ups at Swansea rather than me. But we're in the top half still, aren't they, Swansea? Maybe at 2-0 down in a derby game is not the time to think about that. Emotions running high. Corner, though, for Swans. And it goes right-footed. I've let it bounce, but headed clear. And booted into the channel for Ashford to chase. He couldn't win it. Back comes Swansea with Bianchini. Not a good ball. He's not had a good start, bless him, to his sub appearance. Had that really good opening down the right-hand side where he can either drill it across the 6-yard box or cut it back. He did absolutely neither nor of those 2 things. Thank you, everybody, for the support today. Really, really do appreciate it. Remember, the easiest way is just to interact, hit the thumbs up, get the comments going. You can donate via Super Chat, which we really appreciate. Or you can join up. I would recommend joining up on YouTube rather than Patreon. As things stand, the perks are kind of better on YouTube. Especially the early access to pre-recorded videos. Down the right-hand side comes Bagan, is it? They've won it back right on the edge of the box, but no. Sorry, it's Robertson, excuse me. A foul given against Andy Rinomota. Any watch-alongs for the 3 p.m. game? So let me just get my phone. Actually, let me just put it on flight mode so it doesn't buzz like it just did. No, I'm going to Morrison's. But we should be back tomorrow for Leeds Sheffield Wednesday, which should be good fun. There is the Wales coach, Craig Bellamy, in the crowd, a former Cardiff player. And we saw a brilliant goal by him in one of these derby games earlier in Sky's coverage. Dare I have a sip? I could take the top off, couldn't I? Let's take the top off. And maybe my tea will calm down. Let's have a sip of this instead, eh? 1-0 QPR, is it? Do we finally have a goal in all three of our earlies? We do, by the look of it. QPR leading 1-0. Apparently at Plymouth. If you've got a goal scorer for me, let me know. Booming cross there to the back stick, which is kept in by Ashford. He doesn't actually help himself out by keeping that in. Gives possession straight back to Swansea. Colley has done it again. What a great young player he is for QPR. So we now have Millwall 0, Hull 1, Plymouth 0, QPR 1, Cardiff 2, Swansea 0. And apparently, Bournemouth 3, Newcastle 1. Another goal for Bournemouth in the Premier League. Wow. Shot counter for Sky has 9 of the last 10 shots being for Cardiff, which tells a story, doesn't it? Guess that's why they put the graphic up on the screen, eh? What a goal, Colley. Wow. I'll get a look at that after I finish this, eh? 63 gone, 2-0 Cardiff. Robinson with both goals. In comes the set play headed out. Key, recycle. Comes down the right-hand side. Tries to beat Bagan. Bagan does well. Wins that and then clips it down the line. Grimes is there to sweep it up. Cabango. Heavy touch by Key, but Robertson puts it out for a throw-in. Now, apparently the Bournemouth goal disallowed. Hull and Cardiff winning have dragged some teams into the relegation battle. Call it as it is. It's Luton. If you're a Luton fan and you're watching this, these results are not what you wanted, for sure. Couldn't have been worse, in fact. I guess Plymouth could be winning as well. Long one forward. Vipotnik. Must be his first touch. Bianchini won the header. Cullen. Nice ball out wide left. It's a horrible touch by Ronald, wasn't he? It's pinged out by Cullen quite fiercely, but balloons up in the air off Ronald's first touch, doesn't it? Dubious to say the least. Ball out of play. We will have a look when we get an opportunity. Franco. Grimes. Franco. Bianchini. Swansea having a lot of the ball now, but you would expect the pattern to be that, and Cardiff will just try and pick them off for a third goal, won't they? Stay tight, you win the game. Swansea, the longer it goes, the more risks they've got to take. Forward came Tanner. Drove the shot in, deflected wide. Swansea are the only team who can find a bad Brazilian winger. How about that? Tom Cannon for 13 million. Where's he gone, Lewis? Where's he gone? Don't forget with Cannon as well. I'm sure you haven't forgotten, but he went for like 8 million to Leicester in the first place. 20 million quid's worth for transfers. Oh, what a header! It is 3-0. Gutas arriving from the corner rises like the proverbial salmon, drills the header, barring in. This is a Derby Day massacre. Cardiff 3, Swansea 0, 3 goals in 20 minutes. Bang, bang, bang. Gutas rises 3-0. Well, that one caught me unawares. The corner drifted in, and that is a hell of a climb and a header. And it's a hell of a derby day for Cardiff, isn't it? 3-0, my God. Anyone have that in the predictions? Effing S-H-I-T-E, mouths Matt Grimes. It's Gutas gets the run on, is it Key and Timon, the two fullbacks? In between the two of them. What a header, though. That is Rambo, Terry Butcher style attacking that. Look. Oosh. Keeper ain't saving that, is he? Barring in. Bullet header. Great goal by Dimitrios Gutas. 3-0. Wow-wee. Goodness me. Carlisle 0, Bradford 1 in League 2. What a header by Dimitrios Gutas. And I said that'll be the game plan now for Cardiff. Keep it tight, pick them off. Can you get the third goal? It's exactly what they've done from a set play. Pretty much perfect second half this for Cardiff. 3 goals in 20 minutes for the Bluebirds. It says, 4 shots, 3 on target, 3 goals. What a second half. There's one clipped over the top, looking for Robertson. Yeah, 0-0's definitely out the window. Long time ago, that one. Rolls slides it up the line. Look at the confidence now with the Cardiff players. All want to sprint every time they receive the ball. You can tell when a team's got their tails up. Everyone running around like anything. And did you actually have 4-0? Okay, fair play. Fair play if I've got evidence of that pre-game. That'd be a hell of a shout. Franco. Darling. Timon. Bianchini, excuse me, Ronald, who swapped wings. It's on the left. Oh, good cross to the back stick. Oh, how have they not scored there? Key should have headed it in, but then Vipotnik is like millimetres away. I can't believe Swansea haven't scored there. It's a great cross by Ronald. Oh, he doesn't do a lot wrong, Key, does he? He heads it for the far post. He misses by a whisker, and Vipotnik, annoyingly for Key, if it was a slightly worse header, Vipotnik had just side foot that into the back of the net. Closest they have come there, Swansea. Yeah, Sheffield United ready to go on Tom Cannon by the look of it. So the comments are saying, I'll always reserve judgment until I see the player with his cheesy grin, holding his shirt up and all of that good stuff. Something about a derby, which always throws a spanner in the works. You're telling me. Cabango. There's one in the channel for Key to chase. Oh, keeper came out on safari there. Not clever from Anik. He came out, and if you come out, you got to take the ball, and then he just stood there. Key could have lifted it over him into the 6-yard box, where you would think, can a striker just bundle that in? Also, there's the risk of the penalty. There was contact between Anik and Key. I didn't think it was a penalty, but very risky goalkeeping. I think Ben Cabango is just explaining that to referee Bell as we speak. Josh Timon going to take the corner. Not going well for Newcastle up at St James's, apparently. Corner goes short, and they've blocked it. Horrible rehearsed corner, that one. Or maybe the rehearsal wasn't. Maybe it's just the execution there. Oh, nice touch by Robertson. Oh, a little swazzes and back heels and first touch. Look at this from Cardiff, eh? Sexy football. Yeah, and then they booed it in the channel, of course. And Cabango works it back to Lawrence Vigouroux. I'll let the chat answer Robert's questions. Who's your 3 to go down right now? Always difficult to judge when a couple of them are winning, isn't it? Ronaldo runs that down the line off Rhythm Motor for a corner. Oh, wakey, wakey. Ooh. Excuse me. Cardiff 3, Swansea 0. All the goals coming in the second half. Robinson with 2. Gutas with the 3rd. Swansea on the attack. Bianchini crosses in. Headed over the bar. It's a goal kick. No, it's a corner. I think Darland got the last touch on that. Yeah, that's tremendous. Pity Cannon didn't sign for Ipswich when Don Ball was there. Well done. I'll put dad jokes up all day long. Oh, headed goalwards by Cabango. Headed off the line, I think by Callum Robinson. Not quite the Terry Butcher bullet header we saw from Gutas. Bianchini with another corner now. Right-footed floaty. Darling wins this one. Although someone's been penalised for some kind of infraction. You never can tell from corners, can you? Here comes Colwill, excuse me, and Seopsis by the look of it. We are going to get, is that Carl Norton going to come in as well for Swansea? Josh Keys coming out. Kyle Norton must be rivaling Joe Royals of Cardiff for games played, mustn't he? He's played about 1 million, hasn't he? Colwill and Seopsis coming in. Callum Chambers is coming out. He had 2 good chances in the first half, didn't he? Taking his sweet time to come off the pitch. Robertson's the other player who's gone out. Colwill and Seopsis in. Mr. Bloom, Mr. Just Joe, welcome. Go check out, go and give Just Joe a subscribe over on YouTube. And yes, we shall get together, my friend. Norton. Seopsis straight in there. Winning the ball. And then Franco knocks it out for a throw-in. Plymouth Pompey. Who did I had Plymouth Pompey and Cardiff in my most recent predictions, but may as well tear them up 2 games after they're written the way the Championship changes. Nice win by Grimes in central midfield. Big tackle by Rules. I think Swansea Jack echoes the thoughts of all Swansea fans at the moment. Into the channel for Ronald, who's got round his man, but Gutas, who scored that heroic headed 3rd goal, boots it clear. Franco tries to play it forward down the line. Nothing doing. Northampton Lincoln are off and running in League One. Oh, excuse me. I think the week of my daughter not sleeping is finally catching up on me now, isn't it? One in central midfield by Bianchini. It's out with Norton at right back, who came in for Key a few minutes ago. I got Key, I got Secret. Urban Cookie Collective, remember them? Norton. Grimes. Norton. Grimes. Darling. Timon. Nice build up until Cullen tried to play it back to Timon, gave it away. Colwill. Counter attack for Cardiff. Nothing doing. Just got to keep it tight now and take the 3 points, haven't they, Cardiff? They are 3-0 up. Here's Bianchini. Cross whipped in by Grimes. A great ball that to the back stick. Grimes, deep cross. You think, what is he putting it in from there for? It's a beautiful cross looping over to Bianchini at the back stick. Has he been penalised for a foul? He might have barged into the back of Joel Bagan. He's going to get a yellow card as well. Dave, you won't be the only one who had Luton completely wrong. I think, did I have him 3rd? Or did I have him 2nd even? I can't remember. I think I might have had Leeds and then Burnley and then Luton. Yeah, just jumped into the back of Bagan. Did Bianchini. Giving him a bit of a whack. Ben, why did you stop predicting the Premier League with Mikey? Can you give me the reason why? It's a very good reason, and we'll be back next week, hopefully. Mikey has just become a father. So he has been out of the picture for the last few weeks, understandably. But we will be back with the Premier League predictions. This is going to add a fair bit of stoppage time on. They're treating Bagan. It's the back of his head. So they've got to take all the precautions. Thanks for Brian there in the chat. Lots of updates to lots of scores. As things stand in all of your early kickoffs, it is obviously Cardiff 3, Swansea 0. It's Millwall 0, Hull 1, Plymouth 0, QPR 1. It says 82, 84, 86. So all of those games, between 8 and 4 minutes before the 90. Newcastle 1, Bournemouth 2 in the Premier League. In League One, it is indeed Blackpool 2, Huddersfield 2. Whoever said it was Robert said Blackpool can't hold on to a lead. Were right. 2-2. Posh 0, Orient 0, Northampton 0, Lincoln 0, but Northampton Lincoln kicked off only a quarter of an hour ago. It's Carlisle 0, Bradford 1, and Gillingham 0, Doncaster 1 in League 2. We're going to get some subs here, and I think Callum Robinson is coming out, and I know I'm neutral here, but let's give him a round of applause. He turned the game, didn't he? 2 quick goals. One chest and left foot volley, which Darling couldn't get a block on. And then one horrendous mistake. It was Josh Timon, there we go, name and shame, who played the ball back to Darling, right past him. Robinson nipped through and got the goal. Robinson and Tanner out. Salek and Maite in. For the last, well, look, it's probably going to be 5 or 6 minutes stoppage time, purely on the basis of this hold we've just had right now for Bagan. Looked like he was having the back of his head. Yeah, I think they glued it up there. I think he'd been cut open by, who was it jumped into the back of him? Bianchini. Ronald is out of the game for Swansea, and I did not see who came in to replace him. Parker, who I have not seen play before. So let me just click a couple of buttons so I know who the hell he is. Bagan still not able to get back into the game. Sam Parker, who is only 18 years old. Good luck, fella. Comes in to the South Wales derby at a fairly inopportune moment with his team 3-0 down. Never the one, is it? What are you going to do, hey? Right, we're back and running, and it's a goal kick to Cardiff. 5 to go on the clock, probably more like 10 or 11 to go in actuality, with stoppage time likely to be probably 6 minutes, do you reckon? What are my thoughts on Haaland with the 9.5-year contract? I mean, he's very good. Tie him down. Let's hope he doesn't celebrate it with another hat-trick against Ipswich tomorrow. No one wants to see that. No one at all, do they? Least of all, me. Seopsis hooks that forward. Ashford can't keep it in. Throw in to Swansea. More annoyed Swansea fans in the chat. I get it. It's 3-0 in Derby. Not good. Maite knocks that down the line, gets it back. Maite does really well there to win a foul. Bursts in off the right wing. Draws the foul. I think the yellow card's going to come out. Great play by Maite. Oh, Bianchini wasn't in the book because I think he's just gone in the book right now. I thought he got booked for barging into the back of Bagan. No. He's definitely been booked now. Free kick to Cardiff. Remember, probably the last set play they had was the corner that Gutas smashed the header in, barring in. QPR just missed another sitter. They are in front, though, down at home park at Plymouth. In comes the set play. Maite was there on the back post. Someone's been penalised for a foul. Maite shoved Cullen. Doesn't look like a fair fight. Darlin's on his backside. Rules has completely lost the plot. Vipotnik's got his hands round Rules' neck. It's Royal Rumble time, everybody. Calm down, lads. Just a game of football. Someone said something. Frustration's boiling over probably for the Swansea players. Vipotnik looks furious. Rolls had completely lost the plot in the middle of that, hadn't he? Referee Bell has his yellow card out. Who's he going to book? Linesman consulting. Who's going in the book? Joe Rules? Ben Cabango's heading over as well. Referee Bell. Has he booked both of them? Cabango and Rules going in the book. After all that, I mean, good luck when you get a massive melee like that, actually figuring out who did what. That's killed another minute. I reckon we might get 7 minutes stoppage time. We're going to find out right now. 6 or 7. 5. What do I know? We literally haven't kicked the ball for the last minute. They could have added another one on, couldn't they? Grimes. Maite. Renamotor. Couldn't get the crossover. We all fall down. And 1 minute of the stoppage time has gone. Josh Timon has been booked as well. I'm guessing that was for something in the Royal Rumble a minute ago. So are we full time? Plymouth 0, QPR 1. Well played, QPR. Give this stream a like. Yeah, please do. Hit that thumbs up button. What are my thoughts on Grant Hanley to Birmingham? Should find League One fairly easy, shouldn't he? I don't know. Maybe the legs have gone a little bit for Championship, but yeah, good signing. QPR moving up to where in the Championship table? Let's have a look. 12th. What is going on now? Omar Ritza has completely lost his head, setting a quite poor example to his players, screaming at Franco. He needs to calm down. He's just entered the pitch as well. He may be about to get sent off here, Omar Ritza. He's totally lost it. He's actually having to have his players say, Gaffer, calm down. I wouldn't be surprised if he got red carded here, Ritza. You can't enter the pitch. Completely lost. He's lost his head totally here. Ritza's gone. Callum Chambers asking, what's that for? Well, you can't run on the pitch if you're a manager. We saw Carlos Corberon weirdly he actually touched the ball, didn't he, Corberon? He thought it had gone out. What actually got said here? Oh, he got bumped into. But yeah, crazy from Ritza. He's right over on the touchline. He was always going to get red carded for that, wasn't he? He just needs to go and have a cold shower, Ritza, and calm down, for God's sake. The Cardiff manager completely losing the plot there for a couple of minutes. Goodness me. When will Birmingham get promoted? Yeah, before the end of the season, let's just say. Hotheads. Yeah, it's a derby, isn't it? But if you're the manager, you've got to set a better example to your players than that, haven't you? Just try and keep it calm. I get it. Emotions run high. He was outside his technical box, though, and he got bumped. But you can't be going on a pitch and screaming in a player's face like that if you're a manager. That doesn't work, does it? Parker tries to get away. I mean, what that has done, to be fair, is killed the stoppage time a little bit, drawn focus away from the game. But let's be honest, it's all over, isn't it? Just play it out now. 3-1, really? Oh, goodness me. Bournemouth are really good, aren't they? Cliver again, apparently. (94:30) gone. 5 minutes minimum stoppage time. I don't really see any need to go over the 5 minutes, although they might play another 30 seconds given the red card. Good goal, Annie. Sounds like it. Maite holds it up. I'd blow the whistle and get everybody home safe and sound now, referee Bell. We are up 95 minutes. It's one for Ashford to chase. Well played by Norton. And there is the final whistle. Cardiff take the honours in the South Wales derby. Cardiff 3, Swansea 0. Bit of a thrashing in the end. Nothing doing in the first half. Cardiff did have the better chances, didn't they? Chambers with a couple. Franco with a good chance for Swansea, half volleyed over the bar. And then, yeah, just look upon it how you like. Collapse from Swansea. Good second half from Cardiff. Robinson, brilliant for the first 6 minutes. He scored 2 by like minute 52, wasn't it? Bang, bang, Robinson. He did the damage. He's a striker in form. You can argue Darling should have got a block on the first one. You can definitely argue Timon completely played Robinson in himself with a poor pass. But Robinson took both the goals really well with his left foot. And then Gutas powered the header in for 3-0. I don't know what's going on here. There's another ruck between the players. Joe Rules is going mad again. He was involved. Was it one of the bench? I can see Perry and G's involved in there. Maite's involved. All a bit unsavoury at the end. Omar Ritza, the manager for Cardiff, completely lost his head and ran on the pitch and yelled at Franco. I'm trying to work out who's in the middle of all of this. Is it Josh Key? Is that who I can see who's been subbed off? Some naughty winding up going on here that's pretty unnecessary. Just get the game done now. Cardiff have won it fair and square. Everybody move on. What are you going to do? Hey, elsewhere in the Championship, Luke Williams looks pretty forlorn, heading over and applauding the away supporters there. It was a win for QPR. They've gone up to 12th. They won 1-0 at Plymouth. Hull, I think, are still playing, are they? They are 1-0 against Millwall. Hull. I don't think we've got confirmation that that one has finished. There we go. Right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here today. We got some goals. We didn't get any goals last night. It was 0-0 between Burnley and Sunderland. We've got 3 goals here. Yeah, all the full times are in now. So wins early in the Championship today for Hull, for QPR, and a big win for Cardiff. Apparently, Bournemouth have now gone 4-1 up. Unbelievable. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We're going to try and get across Leeds versus Sheffield Wednesday tomorrow lunchtime as well. So a triple header of watch-alongs. Been really, really enjoying them. If you put nice, kind words and thank yous, we'll put them up on the screen during the outro sequence. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see you all tomorrow for... God, it's going to be busy. We'll try and do hot takes early. We will do the watch along, and then I'll be on Blue Monday as well. Busy day tomorrow here on YouTube. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Congratulations, Cardiff. They eased their way to victory in the Welsh South Wales derby. Cardiff 3, Swansea 0.